Okay, last time we talked about how to log your notifications. Now we're going to talk about cool things you can do now that you have them logged. Okay, so this is my full notification log. This is what it looks like after running it for a few days. I'm at over 300 notifications. There are some cool things here. So I've done some basic housekeeping. So you can see I split the date time column into a date column and a time column. I also made a tab showing each app and then what category they belong to, whether it be shopping or services or food or something like that. And I used a simple VLOOKUP to put that over here so that I can see each app and what type they are in case I want to filter by that. So there's a few things we can do at this point. Number one, we can just read the messages, which makes sense. But we can also sort this to bring a little more order to our table. I'm going to do that right now. So I highlighted everything. I'm going to go to Data, Sort Range, and Advanced Range Settings. I'm going to include my header row, and I'm going to sort by app, and then I'm going to sort by date, and then I'm going to sort by time. And so that'll show me for each app the messages that they've sent me. And you can see here, so we have AliExpress, and then it's going to have the date in ascending and the time. So one thing we can do here is we can look for if I got any welcome messages, right? So this is right after I installed. So you can see, for example, Best Buy sent a "We're glad you're here." Let's see. I got a "Finish signing up" from Chime, which is good. And you can see some other examples. So some people send a welcome and some people don't. So there's some other things you can notice when you view all your notifications sequentially like this. For example, Screw Puzzle uses the heading Screw Puzzle for almost all of their messaging. These are things that it's hard for us to notice when we're coding these kind of things, but yet our customers always notice. Another thing this is really good for is picking up on patterns. So if you notice this "just restocked" message from Temu, I can actually go up and filter by that. And you'll see something very interesting. So I'm going to clear this, just restocked, and just select those. Okay. And you'll see that they send this same message about every 2 days. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to throw all of this into a pivot table. And this will allow us to do some cool things too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my origin. And for example, I'll grab the date and I will count up by date. Let me fix this really quick. Date, there we go. All right, and what you can see now is how many push notifications each app has sent on each day. So you can pick up some useful patterns here too. Like for example, you can see Harbor Freight Tools sends one message every single day, almost every single day. It looks like they missed the 11th. Another one that's always good for an example is Temu, which you can see sends about 4 push notifications per day, except for the first time when I installed it halfway through the day. In addition to doing it by date, you can also do it by time if you want to see if any, to get the timing patterns of specific apps. So just for sake of example, since I'm already on Temu, you can just grab the information like this and then insert a chart, and you'd be able to see what time Temu usually sends its push notifications. Even more simply, by just sorting origin and origin, if I installed these all at the same time, you'd be able to see how many notifications you got from each app in general over that same time period. And if you kept track of when you installed the app, you could keep track of how long it takes for each app to send you their first notification or welcome message. Finally, you can do some more advanced things. Like for example, if I just set this for shopping apps, and I put a formula here, and I'll be happy to share that with you, but it basically looks through the header and body and looks for any instance of Black Friday. Number one, I can see what apps are sending Black Friday notifications by any ones that have a 1. So for example, here's Cider, who sent a Black Friday message. Or let's see, who's this one? Here's another one, also from Cider. We can also do counts. So for example, if I just count up all the shopping notifications, you'll see I have 269 down here. And if I count up all of the Black Friday notes, you can see I have 31. So for example, we could figure out what percentage of apps are offering Black Friday deals. And then just by swapping out where it says Black Friday, you can look for anything else or any other common points or things that you're interested to find in push notifications. So for example, I think I did this before using the percentage sign because I was looking for discounts. It's not perfect. Sometimes you get like 100% leather or something like that. But largely, if I do that and then drag that down, we'll see how many notifications mention a percentage or deal. Let's go down to the end of that. And now you can see 73. So 73 of them mention some kind of, see, up to 90% off. So 73 of our 269 messages, for example, 267 messages have some kind of percentage off noted. So I hope this is helpful to you. I'll include a link again to how to log the notifications in the first place, but this is just a little idea of the kind of things you can do to get some intel on, number one, the messages you're sending, what type of messages, who they appeal to, but also what your competitors are doing. If you have any questions or need any help getting set up, or if you just want to see my library or our library that we've collected of over 28,000 different push notifications, please drop me a note at jim@amp.com.